This week on 18 Degrees North. Haitian cholera victims face off with the United Nations.
The UN peacekeeping troops from Nepal were grossly negligent in bringing cholera to Haiti.
I'm asking for justice from Minister. I've lost my child. There are many victims from cholera.
Will this be the case that successfully challenges the UN's long-standing claim of immunity? And then, one of the most tightly controlled countries in the world begins to relax its grip. Is Cuba now open for business?
Raul Castro has been very clear that the old way of doing things just didn't work in the 21st century, and if the revolution was to be sustained, that they were going to have to find a way to pay their own way.
Is it a breakdown of communism, and how will this affect the Cuban people? And later, a force of nature nearly buries a small island nation.
I was at home and somebody called and said there was ash coming from the sky.
But could the volcano that devastated Montserrat yet turn out to be its salvation? On this episode of 18 Degrees North.
18 Degrees North is brought to you by
Grace.
Grace Coconut Water presents A Few Seconds with the world's fastest woman.
When you step into the blocks, you've got to believe in yourself. Be yourself and always be good to yourself.
Life is fast. Hydrate well with Grace Coconut Water.
I love Gen Money Transfer.
Yo, love my JN Money Transfer card.
I love the way they understand me. I just love how the money reach real fast.
I love that it's my connection to home.
I love that it is so very convenient.
I love the way they help me say I love you.
I'm my thing this.
It's a love thing.
Grace Coconut Water presents Quality Time with the world's fastest woman.
My life is fast. Even when I'm not on the track, I'm busy running around. I always take the time to refresh.
Life is fast. Hydrate well with Grace Coconut Water.
Hello, I'm Zara Burton and welcome to 18 Degrees North. It's from right here in Kingston, Jamaica, where every week we're going to take you on a global journey with us as we bring you a newer perspective on Caribbean affairs. And we begin tonight in Haiti, where over the last 3 years, cholera has killed more than 8,000 people and sickened more than 650,000. Human rights groups say United Nations peacekeepers brought the disease to Haiti, and now they filed a new lawsuit demanding the UN pay billions in damages. The case could be a watershed moment in international law. Never before has the UN been successfully sued for damages, largely because it is immune from such prosecution. Overcoming that immunity will be a challenge, especially coming from the poorest country in the hemisphere. For more, we go 18 degrees north and 72 degrees west to Port-au-Prince in Haiti. It's been 3 years since cholera reappeared in Haiti, yet patients continue to flock to treatment centers such as this one in Port-au-Prince.
Today we still see about 100 to 120 patients per week.
The waterborne disease is highly treatable if a patient gets to a clinic quickly. But in Haiti, where medical care can be a day's bus ride away, cholera has spread quickly.
Right now what we see is the biggest cholera epidemic in modern times here in Haiti.
This woman contracted the disease in 2010. So too did her 3 children. One of them did not make it.
She didn't want to drink the medicine that the doctor gave her. So when the doctors saw that, they transferred her to Tapivir in Tavar. The doctors put her on oxygen to help her breathe, but they couldn't save her. She passed away at midnight. We were very sad and I became ill. We couldn't find the body of my little girl because they burned her.
More than 8,000 Haitians have died from cholera in the last 3 years. It's made 650,000 people sick. Now, armed with research from the scientific community, a human rights group in Haiti has filed a lawsuit in U.S. federal court claiming the United Nations should take responsibility and pay billions for bringing the disease to Haiti.
It was quite clear from the scientific evidence that the UN peacekeeping troops from Nepal were grossly negligent in bringing cholera to Haiti.
This video from Al Jazeera shows the camp where Nepalese soldiers were based and where it's believed sewage seeped into the Artibonite waterway. The cholera outbreak was traced back to that very river, which millions use for drinking water. And scientists say the strain of cholera is a match to that found in Asia. But despite the scientific evidence, the United Nations has refused to claim responsibility.
The claims are not receivable pursuant to Section 29 of the Convention on the Privileges and Immunities of the United Nations.
Legal experts say that immunity could complicate matters for the case, which is being filed in New York, the headquarters of the United Nations. Ruth Wedgwood is an attorney in New York.
UN peacekeepers are absolutely immune criminally from local country laws. If I'm a peacekeeper and I rape someone, I can go home to my country. That's the end of it.
While the UN Convention does offer immunity, the document goes on to say when a dispute arises, the United Nations should establish provisions to make appropriate modes of settlement. In Haiti's case, however, while the UN has committed millions to combat cholera, it has not moved to settle individual claims from victims.
If the UN wants to preserve its immunity from the judicial remedies of the host country, that it must set up an alternative claims mechanism. And so far, to my surprise and flabbergastation, frankly, the 38th floor, the Secretary General's office, has declined to do so.
The UN has settled claims before. In 1965, it offered some compensation to the Congo after UN peacekeepers were accused of damaging properties and injuring people. Its Kosovo mission also paid compensation to victims after wrongdoing by UN police officers. Now on Haiti, even the UN's very own Human Rights Commissioner recently broke ranks with the Secretary General.
And I still stand by the call that victims, those who suffered as a result of that cholera, be provided with compensation.
Meanwhile, several media reports have shown Haitians taking to the street, demanding the UN mission, known locally as MONUSTA, leave the country.
We would like to see Minister go. We don't want Minister in this country.
They say the damage caused by cholera has only made miserable economic and living conditions even worse.
If MONUSTA brought the cholera to Haiti, they have to leave the country. They need to go back to the country they came from. I'm asking for justice from MONUSTA. I've lost my child. There are many victims from cholera.
The UN and the Pan American Health Organization say getting rid of cholera in Haiti and neighboring Dominican Republic will take at least $2.2 billion. The group behind the lawsuit says that's precisely why it needs to sue the UN.
The main thing that we're asking for is clean water and sanitation to be brought into Haiti, to be built here. And we're hoping that that prevents further outbreak of cholera. And so without clean water and sanitation, this will continue on and continue to kill people.
Phillips says that if the suit fails on the first attempt, they plan to appeal all the way to the U.S. Supreme Court. But she and millions of Haitians are hoping they won't have to.
Immunity can't mean impunity. So we think that we're hopeful, but we also think that Ban Ki-moon will see that, and with enough pressure that he will allow these claims to go forward and bring justice.
So what do you think? Should the UN pay up for allegedly bringing cholera to Haiti? Talk to us online on our Facebook page. Send us a tweet. We're there to keep all of us connected to the Caribbean. Coming up on 18 Degrees North, it's one of the most tightly controlled countries in the world. But is Cuba now open for business?
Raul Castro's been very clear that the old way of doing things just didn't work in the 21st century. And if the revolution was to be sustained, that they were going to have to find a way to pay their own way.
Is it a breakdown of communism, or was it in fact inevitable? Next on 18 Degrees North.
The preceding segment was brought to you by
Grace.
tropical rhythms for the fun of life.
First Global Bank presents Rewards Your Way, the Visa Credit Cards Rewards program that gets you the stuff you really want. Of course there's travel and hotel, but there's also merchandise from our vendor partners, name brand appliances and accessories, hardware and tools, designer furniture, access to amazing local attractions and even groceries. First Global Rewards Your Way makes the impossible possible with the best Visa Rewards program and the lowest interest rates in Jamaica. What are you waiting for? Upgrade your card to FGB Visa today.
Grace Coconut Water presents A Few Seconds with the world's fastest woman.
When you step into the blocks, you've got to believe in yourself. Be yourself and always be good to yourself.
Life is fast. Hydrate well with Grace Coconut Water.
Exercise. You know him coming to line up alone. Bring in the Grace Frankfurters. Quick.
The race to start.
These events now.
Reach.
There they go. Good start. Oh, Sturgis up very well. Shelly Fraser Price has the lead. Simone Payne is on pace, but
How are you, Matt?
Grace Frankfurters, Jamaica's favorite Frankfurters. Everybody is family.